Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angel. If you are new here, I know I've been gone for so long. It's been about 3 months. I mean, it hasn't really been like that long, but I really wanted to come back and give y'all an update on what I've been up to and why I've been gone for so long, because actually for a good reason. Like, I wasn't just like, oh, forget YouTube, da, 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 da. No, as much as I love TikTok, I love me some TikTok, I love YouTube more. It's just been a lot of good things happening in my life and I'm just so happy and I want to share it with y'all. As y'all can see by the title, I got the job. So in my last video, if you've been keeping up with me on like Instagram and TikTok, then you know what I'm talking about. But basically in my last video, I talked about how models get ripped off for New York Fashion Week and they have to pay for castings and stuff. I'm also a model if you are new here. I had a casting of my own that week to go to and I was so sure that I was gonna get it. So I actually did get it. I was so happy, and not out of any cockiness, please guys. I'm not cocky. It was really just like a feeling that everything that I have done previously was literally leading up to this, because it just made sense. And I did this back in like September. I ended up going to Mexico for my birthday. I was there for a whole month, and then me and my family have moved, so we have moved into like a bigger space. I'm just so happy with like everything that's been going on in my life, so I just want to share that with y'all. And I have behind the scenes footage of the campaign that I did, so I'm gonna share that with y'all. But before I do want to give y'all a little bit of a backstory. So the company is called Kiss. They sell like nails, lashes. They are now starting to sell hair, so they came out with a wig company that's under them, and that's where we did the shoot at the Kiss headquarters. We're gonna get into that footage while I like narrate. I'm gonna highlight all my favorite parts from that day, and then I'm gonna talk about everything else that's been going on. Okay, so I was so happy to get this opportunity. It was literally an entire staff of hairstylists, makeup artists, photographers, directors, and like I said, we were at the headquarters for Kiss in New York City. The name of their wig campaign was called Vivace, and it was me and another model for the day, which was really surprising because I thought it was gonna be a whole group of us. I thought it would be like 5 or 6 of us, but it was just me and her, and we each did like 4 or 5 wigs for the day. And this was the first one. And y'all, why did the creative director come over to me and explain what we were doing for the day?
Profile was black, and same for you guys.
Yeah. I remember we did something like that at the casting.
Yeah.
And they had us like do front side. I felt like I was in jail. Like, why did I say that? I swear, I just be talking and anything comes out of my mouth. But anyway, so we went ahead and did the shoot, and this is just the mood board for the day, showing like the different outfits and wigs we're gonna wear and what order we're gonna do them in so we could stay on time. And yeah, everything was like moving really fast. They were expecting us to get these shots. I mean, obviously, like, you gotta be professional, you gotta know what you're doing as a model. Can't just be like, oh, I don't know what to do. So I'm just up there moving. This is the second wig, and me personally, I'm just gonna have a good time everywhere that I go. I was just grooving, jamming to the music. They was playing Beyonce all day, so I was just in my element. I was just having such a good time. So around this time, it was about 11 or 12, and it was time for us to take a lunch break. And it was cool because it seemed like every single person in the building at the time took a break at the same time. And this is Tiana, who was the other model for the day. She was super sweet. Look at this room. I can't believe I'm at Kiss headquarters right now. Like, this is so cool. So now it was time for Miss Blonde. She is a wig that I will remember for the rest of my life. You know, they were trying to give Barbie era for this portion of the shoot. Tiana was also in a blonde wig, and we had a couple group shots together, just kind of moving around like Barbies, like in our plastic box, you know? So that was pretty cool. And I feel like I was in the movie Clueless. It was giving very much chic. The girls that were there taking behind the scenes footage were so nice too. Everybody was just like good vibes. And then for the last look, this was my absolute fave. I'm so glad this was my last one. Giving very much fall. Like, I wish I could have took this wig home, but they didn't give us no wigs to take home. But it's okay because that check cleared. Okay? So yeah, this is the entire shoot. It was so much fun. That was such a peak in my modeling career. Like, I am so happy for that opportunity. But moving on, after that, literally a week later, I was set to go to Mexico. And as I said before, I went for a month, and a lot of people, first of all, a lot of people were, what's the word? They were concerned about my safety because Mexico has been known for all the crazy things that's been happening down there the past year or so. And I get that. So for me to say I'm going for a month, everybody was like, oh my God, you're going for a month. Yes, I went for a month. It was a beautiful, amazing, everything I needed experience. I just needed to get away from everything. Like, nothing serious was really going on where I was like, I need to run away, but it was more so like for my peace of mind, just to get my creativity back, come back to myself and figure out what I want to do moving forward. Especially because like during my birthday, I just feel like it's a time for me to really reevaluate, you know, think about what I've accomplished, what I want to accomplish. And I just wanted as much time and space away to do that and just be by myself. But it was everything I needed. It was everything I needed. But the reason why, because this ties into why I've been gone from YouTube. I was actually vlogging the entire trip, like literally from the moment I stepped foot in the airport, I was vlogging. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this like a 2-part series on YouTube, or maybe like 3 parts. Then I'm gonna highlight this and do this. I'm gonna go to Pablo Escobar's. Like, it was just so much that I literally had a list of things I was gonna do. Why? The first night, I think I checked my camera to like look at my footage from the day. My camera would not turn on. My camera would not turn on. Tried everything I could, put it to bed, woke up the next morning, it still wouldn't turn on. And I kind of took it as a sign from God, because I'm like, this really was supposed to be like a retreat and away and get away from like everything. So maybe God was like, you really don't need to be working that much, because I also was making content for TikTok and for Instagram, just because, I mean, I don't really look at social media as just a job. But yeah, my camera stopped working, and ever since then it still hasn't turned on. Like, it's literally, it's in my box of miscellaneous things. I took it apart because my camera has been giving me problems. I got it fixed. It cost me like $300 to get it fixed. And I was like, okay, cool, it was working. And then the lens, like the zooming thing, would just be so weird. It just wouldn't work. No way. No way did my camera just turn on. When I tell y'all, even now I'm recording on my phone, and my camera is literally, when I used to turn it on before, it was completely black. Like the screen, it would not turn on. It would not turn on. The screen was completely black. I have no words. I have no words. I mean, great that it's working, but who's to say this is gonna last? Because it used to do that before too. It would turn on sometimes and not turn on. Anyways, so Mexico was a good time. I really had a good time. Like, I spent a lot of money though, which it was worth it, but it was also like, I didn't realize, because I was in Tulum, I didn't realize that Tulum was so expensive. People always talk about like, oh, Mexico's so cheap, it's so cheap, but like, not when you're in the tourist areas. They don't talk about that part. But it was okay though, because it was so worth it. I just did so many like relaxing things that I wanted to do. And I also found a dance studio out there. I met like this group of ladies, because at my hotel there's a clubhouse. There was a clubhouse at the hotel I was at. And there were a group of ladies that were there when I went up there, and they had like a group chat for Black women in Tulum. So they added me to be a part of it, and I found more stuff to do, met more women. I met this woman that was from Kenya. She was a DJ, and her energy was just so amazing. Like, and her story, like her family, it was just so much, like so much that she shared with me that was just like, wow, like I love traveling or just meeting new people anywhere. It was just so good. And I also met this other girl on my last day there, because tell me why the hotel, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, now that I remember, the power would go out a lot. Not a lot, I mean, it was enough. It was like 2-3 times. But for the month, like, that's too much. And then when the power would go out, all my service will go out. There's no Wi-Fi, there's no service on my phone. I can't even call nobody, like no cellular data at all. That was scary, low-key, because I'm like, what if something happens? But anyways, on the last day, the power did go out too. Went to go put my suitcases in my car, and I met some people out there. It's like, I felt like, wow, this feels like community. This felt, I wouldn't say like home, but it felt like a community. Like, this really could have been my people while I was down there. Mexico in and of itself was just great. Like, I recorded my whole experience on TikTok, so if you guys want, you can go check it out there. It's a whole playlist called 30 Days in Mexico. So yeah, that was that. And then what happened when I came back home, my family had already moved, so it was really just a matter of me like unpacking everything in my room and ordering things, because I left a lot of stuff I sold a lot of stuff in Atlanta. If you guys saw that video, I don't want to get into the specifics just because, you know, it's one of those things, but I did have to like buy a whole bunch of new stuff for my room. So that was really like what I've been working on. Even like my whole setup here is just so pretty. Might give y'all a room tour one day if y'all care. Maybe not actually, because that goes into the next topic of what I'm going to discuss. I plan on switching around my content again. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I do like to kind of talk about it, because it's weird, like sometimes when I don't know why some people are subscribed, or what are y'all here for? Like, are y'all just here for me to see what I'm doing, or are you specifically here for some specific type of content, you know? Because some people, when I was doing a lot of Atlanta stuff, they wanted to see that. Some people wanted to see the apartments. Some people wanted to see my journey from moving from there. So this is kind of like a continuation of that, but it's more so going to be exactly what I want to do in my career, and it just ties into YouTube. So I'm hoping it goes over well. I'm hoping that you guys like it, because for me it feels right. It feels like the right move to make, and I just appreciate everybody that has been rocking with me since whenever you subscribed. You know, I'm very appreciative of the community that I've built on here. It's kind of crazy to think sometimes, like, I don't take 8,000 subscribers as just like, oh, it's just 8,000. No, like, that's a lot of people. That is a lot of people, and I just take that into account, you know. So I just really want my content to resonate with people, and it just also has to feel right for me. I just really wanted to like make this video and let y'all in so y'all know what's going on, what I'm doing, because I don't want to just start posting and like, what has she been up to, what has she done? And there's really nothing else to really update y'all on. Like, my love life, dating has been pretty much non-existent for me personally. Like, I put a lot of pressure on myself, like ever since, ew, why am I getting emotional? But ever since I moved back home from Atlanta, I put a lot of pressure on myself, because I always want to feel like I'm progressing. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, I'm moving up, I'm acquiring all these material things. Like, letting go of the apartment and stuff, I don't care about that as much, because that thing was expensive. Like, and I let go of my car. I don't really care so much for the materialistic things. It's more so me progressing in my career and as a person internally. So where was I going with that? Oh, so when it comes to my dating life, I put that kind of on the back burner. Like, I don't got time to be messing with these men. Like, I'm like, it's like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, I need to get myself at a decent place where I'm very happy with myself, and I want to be ecstatic. I want to be so relieved and happy with my life that when I decide to take somebody seriously, that like they're in the same place and we come together and build something great, you know? I don't want to just be in no struggle love, no like toxic situations, so no back and forth, confusing, what are we doing, what are we not doing? Like, no, I don't got time for it. I just don't got time. So yeah, that's the whole update on my life. I'm so happy with everything that's been going on. And I'm just so excited for the future. I'm always excited for the future. One thing about me, okay, I'm making this video like super long, but one thing about me, and I hope that y'all can take this away from my channel, is that I don't let anything get me down. I don't stay down for too long, you know? Nothing is necessarily a failure in life unless you quit. And though I feel like I might have had some setbacks or, you know, some situations where I feel like I'm not moving as much as I can, I'm not progressing, I never, ever, ever quit. I have a goal in mind and I have a plan, and I just keep taking small steps every single day. And so, I don't know, I'm really happy that, this is gonna sound so conceited, but I'm really happy that I am that type of person, because life is hard. And we're living in some crazy times right now, but I hope that, and this is the reason why I started my channel. Why the heck am I getting emotional? But no, I really do hope I can be like a source of inspiration for other people and just like a beam of light. Because yeah, life is just life, especially when you're in your 20s. Girl, it be doing this thing out here. But anywho, that's all I had to say for this video. I thank y'all so much for watching, for being here, for being in tune and stuff. I just appreciate you all. So I will see y'all in my next video. It's a surprise. It's probably gonna come out in a few weeks, I'm not gonna lie. I've been editing it and like I want it to be so perfect. So yeah, that's probably gonna come out in a few weeks, but it's coming. It's definitely coming, and I hope y'all like it. I hope y'all like this video, and I will see y'all next time.